Gjengedal, I'm the farm manager on Hverringe. This is my view every day. This is where we are living. I've been a farm manager for more than 40 years. This farm is located on Fyn, the coastline, so we can see Zealand here. We grow 2,500 hectares of arable land. It's a lot of seeding crops. We have all the traditional wheat. We have spinach for seed, grass seed for seed, or radish for seed. So we have a lot of seed production on our farm. We also have a little organic farming, 300 hectares in the backyards that we try and test on. So we try a little from every place. Does it work? Or is it slow? Not working. Now it's on. Super. It's the farm Hverringe went into IPM management in 2020, and this is the second period we are in the program. The main stakeholders is 4 farms: pig farm, cattle farm, the CA farm, and us as the seeding farm. We have the seed production. We are together with SIGAS, the main stakeholders, and of course, the supporting stakeholders. We have the ministry, farm advisors, the universities, farmers and students. And every farm has got a co-innovation group. In our farm, it's a seed company that helps us. And of course, all this is about education and cooperation. It needs to go back to my workshop, this one. The toolbox, you talked about the toolbox in IPM, is all about biology and technology. The toolbox that we use on our farm is, of course, crop rotation is the most important thing, and I will tell you about that later. We work with cultivation techniques, plowing, not plowing, testing what is working. We always work with healthy varieties, and in this setup, we have worked with mixtures of seed, especially in wheat. So in wheat, we mix seeds, so we have 3 variations, and that works very good, and we can decrease fungus spraying on these fields. We spray as needed. That means we use every tool, we look at the field, and we are a lot of the time in the field. We use row cropping as one of the things, and we use row cultivation and mechanical cleaning, especially spinach for seed. Of course, we use all the one and decision-making tools that we can find, and SIGAS is helping us a lot to use them. Of course, digitalization in farming is going this way at the moment. So everything we work with is digital. And we have got a lot of tools that we're trying to use and put into farming today. And the one thing in the bottom, education and training, that's maybe one of my most important things to talk about. On the farm, we are about 14 people at the farm at the moment. 4 of them are students. 5 of them is in the middle group, techniques, expert nerds, as we call them, and experts in the top level. Every day we work with biology, weather, technology, and people, and it's that mixture that makes it fun, and where you can turn and push to everything. And now we are working with the new generation. At the farm now we have 3 under education and 1 girl on school at the moment. That's very important to look into. And I talked about using digital tools, and that will help us a lot in the future, but don't trust them. Test them, test them, and test them. It's easy to see on the screen that works, but you need to test it and verify. That's maybe one of the biggest problems we have today. We believe that it works. Of course it works, but remember to test them. And for that, you need educated people. Yeah, biology. On the farm, G is, of course, the most important thing going. Crop rotation, why do we do that? This is 10-year planning for the fields. We put in barley twice, and why do we do that before putting in grass seed? Is to make the fields clean. So it's important for us to not just grow barley or wheat before grass, make them clean by using barley. And then we have different types of grass seeds, red fescue, tall fescue, ryegrass, and so on and on. And we grow that for 2 years. On the 2 years, and then we have peas for consumption, spinach, or other vegetable plants that we make seed out of. It's making seeds that we are best at. And then after that, winter wheat or hybrid wheat for seed, hybrid rye for seed, and then canola, wheat, and then it grows. So you see here, 10 years, there's a lot of planning in doing this. Also working with biology. We tried in this setup testing. We had a problem with some small bug called flea beetle that's destroying our rapeseed fields in the autumn, and it eats all of them. We use companion crops to try to tease them, to move them over into another. We use radish here, and we try to make them eat that, but it doesn't work. They stay in the oilseed rape. Just to tell you, we work with it, but it's not working every day. Using technology on the farm, we tried with these things. It's eco-botic hour. It works fantastic in the field. It's spot sprays, as you see here, is cameras in the front, and nozzles, the red ones, can spray very precise in the field. It works fantastic. The plan was here to get one weed, we caught another one. So we had to learn it. One thing that works today, we use AR-driven drone sprayers or drone technology. Years ago in 2020, we started testing drone technology on our farm with special cameras. It was very expensive and complicated, and we caught 20 terabytes of data just to find out how to do it in the fields. Today, a small company found out that with very small JPG pictures, you can put into an AI program and then test what you take of pictures in the air. And we send it to Aarhus and get it back, put it into our crop manager program and send it out to the sprayer. That works. You asked about it, and now it works. And this is when companies, small companies, big companies work together and makes it work. But it needs a lot of training. Technology we also use. You see the meadow grass where we spray between the crops, so we don't spray the whole crop. That's together with RTK and camera technique for spraying in grass seed. It works very good, but the level of chemical use is not jumping down that much as we hope. Hybrid spinach, this is a clean food. Some of the chemicals used in spinach are banned now, so we haven't got the same clean fields as we have here. We use chemical cleaning for that and mechanical cleaning. Yeah. All this, the customers want clean seed and sustainable production. That means we need to use all the management we can deliver. The entire supply chain must work together. There's no room for mistakes. If you make a mistake, you go maybe 3 years back because your field will so be infected with the wrong crops. We have a new discipline on our farm. It's not into the Olympic yet, but it's coming. Dry training, train in the backyard with all the technology, and it takes much more time than it did just 2 years ago. But there's a lot of training and a lot of work for the testing. And we've become very dependent on our partners, and it's very, very expensive treatment. So it needs large area. So that's also important.
Yeah.
Battery closed. Sorry. Long-term planning is important. We work with biology and technology. The Danish model works. And what is the Danish model? It's where university farmers work together and they can understand each other. Skilled colleagues are essential. That's for everywhere. But remember farming. That's where it's very important. Education on all levels. So keep on educating wherever you are. And curiosity is important for being a test farm or innovation farm as we are. And most important, that create goals. Yeah.
Thank you, Rune.
Thank you.
We can see that integrated pest management is highly technological and not a very complex area, not very easily done. And even though it's part of the Sustainable Use Directive, some might say that many farmers in Denmark are really using integrated pest methods. So thank you for this. If there's a question, maybe 2 questions, we take them together and then you can answer them afterwards. One more question here. Yeah. You had one? Yes. We're just getting the mic and very briefly, please. Yeah.
Thank you. Interesting, but I was just wondering, from our point of view as water supplies, in terms of pesticide reduction, what figures are we talking about? Thank you.
Yeah, of course, I was waiting for this. But you can see it on the ministry. They make a report every year of what we're doing. So I could put some numbers in here, but it was not correct. It was like orange and pears. And so, of course, I think by using this IPM, we can go down in using pesticides, but we are increasing at the moment. But then we get some new pesticides. No, we lose some pesticides. And then what do we do after that? So we are we are into a new future. So I cannot tell you, you can see the figures on the home side.
For education?
And for education, I think we work with that every day. SIGES is very good at working with it and taking young people into and working with RPM. And of course, crop rotation is important, and we always know that. But it's more complicated today than ever. When we grow, for example, white clover, it's a big problem having white clover in organic or conventional growing. Last year, we had 50 kilos in the organic production and 480 kilos of. And why are we having that? That's because in some areas we have grown clover for too long time, maybe. And that's about rotation. And in organic, it's a problem. So we have to move it out in other areas. So it's not black and white or green or red, but you have to work with it all of the time.